Some recent leaks of the Switch 2 show that the Joy-Cons have a couple extra buttons that nobody seems to know what are for. On the back is a mystery button that some are saying could just be simply a release button like the original Switch had. Others think it might be some kind of additional trigger. I'm here to say I think it's probably both, or maybe both. We'll see. But the controller, when it's attached, it could act as a release button, just as said. But then when it comes to playing the Joy-Con by itself on the side as a single Joy-Con, then maybe you get an extra trigger. That would line up pretty well with the GameCube that had a single extra trigger, and could mean that we're going to see GameCube games coming to the Virtual Console. And then on top of that, the C button, if we go with the GameCube idea, there was a C stick. Maybe you press and hold that C button, and while you're doing that, the analog stick becomes the C stick, or maybe it's a toggle. Could be a few different things. I'm not as sure about that. I want to focus on the trigger today. I feel a little bit better about that idea. The C seems a little bit too mysterious for me to confidently say one way or the other. But I'm Derek, and welcome to Position Offset. Let's jump into it. Okay, so this is going to be a little bit shorter video than I've been doing lately, trying out some formats and things, and also just want to take a second to say we're getting pretty close. I'm really hopeful that maybe sometime in the near future we'll hit 100 subscribers, so please subscribe if you haven't already and you enjoy my content, and if you end up liking this video, please like it, or dislike it if you don't, whatever, leave a comment, do all that stuff, it's YouTube. But today I want to talk about that trigger. It is very interesting to me how much it looks like a trigger, and yet it seems like it could just be something innocuous. Up until recently, I've been in the camp that thought this is just the button that releases it, just like there is a little button on the original. On the original, there is this little button that will release the trigger, or release the Joy-Con from the unit, and right now it slides out. It seems like the new one, it'll just release that magnetic suction attachment thing that they're using supposedly. I mean, once again, let me just say that this is all based on leaks, nothing official from Nintendo yet. I don't have any special sources or anything giving me info here. I got the same info as everybody else, so we're just doing a little speculation today. But yeah, that button is much smaller and feels just more like a little tiny button on the original. This one is a bit larger and resembles a trigger a little bit. That's what's got me intrigued here. And it would seem I'm not alone. Many other people have been speculating, is this some kind of extra button? Is it a third trigger that you'll be able to use during games? I don't think that's likely because it's at a really awkward angle for whenever you're playing games. I don't think you're going to be able to easily hit that trigger around the back as easily as people are thinking. But if we detach that controller and hold it sideways, let me show you the old one here. So if I take this controller and I'm holding it sideways, obviously I would hold it like this. But you got your face buttons, you got your stick, and you got your two triggers here. You could have a third trigger that's going to line up right here, and then you could potentially play some GameCube games. Now you got the C stick missing, and that gets into what is that C button for? I said a moment ago, the C button could be a toggle, or maybe you hold it down and it switches the analog pad from the main stick to the C stick, or maybe not, because the thing that makes me doubt that is it seems to be only on the right Joy-Con. If the plan was to turn both of these into two GameCube capable controllers when unplugged and used individually, they would both have to have parity there. So that makes me think that the C button probably isn't related to the C stick. So I'm going to drop that one and say that's probably not likely. Could be, but I'm going to say probably not. But the trigger is on both of them. It's going to be on a different spot depending on which way you're holding, or which side you're holding, that is, but still easily reachable by one of your fingers there. So I'm not really sure what else it could be. Maybe you've got some ideas, leave them in the comments below. But that's what I've got for you today. This, like I said, is a quick video. I'm just going to stop there. Thanks for watching. So like I said, I'm playing around with a few things in the format here, trying to make this a quicker, shorter video. A lot of my videos get really long-winded, I know. So trying to condense them down a little bit and make smaller individual videos. I've got another video about the Switch 2 that's going to be talking about potential pricing around it that I'm going to be making soon, but that's going to be a separate video, so trying to stuff them all together. And yeah, just want to say thanks for sticking around, and we'll see you next time.